Time for a credit card and savings update. And there have been some changes. Some of them appear subtle but can be profound. Now, one of the things that at least the old school used to do is say, you got to plan a budget. You know, trouble with planning a budget? It says, well, the big items are stop paying rent and stop eating. No, we're going to do this a different way. And that is to start with where you can save and prioritize those. First of all, debit and credit cards. Which should you get? Not a trick question. Both. Debit is for cash. You use your debit card exclusively to get cash from an ATM, and make sure to get one that rebates the ATM fees, especially from brokerages and credit unions. Credit cards are for purchases because it does have a limited liability, and some people say, oh, air miles. Well, they're worth about 1.5 points, which is 1.5%. Trouble is you have to wait. They expire, parcel usage, tedious. Instead, I would go for the cash because you get more. It's immediate. It's now. It doesn't expire, and it's so easy. There are a whole bunch of choices. Let's look at some. American Express. You know, the vendors don't like it, charge a higher fee, not easily found. B of A has now become tedious. Yeah, you get monthly, but you have to go to the work to choose it, and they charge a 3% foreign fee. Capital One has two great ones, Saver and Quicksilver, 4% on dining, 3% on groceries, or 1.5% on everything else. And you know what? They don't charge that 3% foreign exchange rate fee. Now, Chase does charge that 3% foreign exchange rate fee, but it's quarterly, automatic, and it's good for groceries or gas. They choose it. It's worth looking into. Citibank does charge that 3% foreign fee, but it's monthly, and unlike B of A, it automatically chooses the highest category. That's kind of nice. Discover, on the other hand, only in the USA, 1% have to wait through the end of the year to get the 1% bonus. I'm not impressed. Besides debit and credit cards, there are promotions at grocery stores. Ralph's and Vaughn's for Shell and Chevron oil respectively. And at one point, and you have a 15-gallon tank, that winds up being about 1.5%. And they also have surveys, and surveys elsewhere, you know, at Pollo Loco, some of the fast food places. And don't forget those senior discounts, you little whippersnapper. So instead of doing a budget, how about we now rank and evaluate the various places to save money? And sure enough, I'll let you read these. It's kind of tedious, but it's actually just doing what we just said. You could drive farther for gas. Look at that. It actually saves you a lot. You can have a power strip, turn that off. Oh, the nightlight. Look at that recycling. At the bottom of the list. Something to think about. So let's take this data and make it into a tasty pie chart with the conclusion that notice the first 4 places you can save money happen to be 1/2 of the total savings. And the total savings here, in this example at least, is some $1,500 a year. And you know what? That goes about halfway to funding your IRA account if you do the traditional form in a high tax bracket state. So part of this conclusion is maybe it's not so hard to fund your IRA after all with Dr. C Invests.